Hello everyone, this is Shabnam here. In today's video, I am going to speak about the 10 ways by which you can lower your high blood pressure without taking medication. Just by adapting a few lifestyle changes, you can lower your blood pressure as well as reduce the risk of getting a heart attack or a stroke. Suddenly, if you're diagnosed with high blood pressure, you tend to become very anxious because you should start with a medication. But lifestyle plays a very crucial role in treating your high blood pressure. So just by adapting a few lifestyle changes, you can avoid delay or you can reduce the need for medication for your high blood pressure. Now let us see the 10 ways. The first thing is that you need to lose on those extra pounds as well as keep a watch on your waistline. BP usually increases with the increase in weight. So the most effective way of reducing your high blood pressure is reducing your weight, as well as you need to keep a watch on your waistline. A man is at risk if his waist measures more than 40 inches and a woman if it is more than 35 inches. But this also varies based on the ethnic group. So the best person you can consult is your doctor. The second thing is that you need to consume a healthy diet. You need to add a lot of whole grains, fruits, vegetables and low-fat dairy products to your diet. You can try out the DASH diet, which is very effective to reduce your high blood pressure, and DASH stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension. This you can consult with your doctor. Actually, you can have a small book diary, food diary you can have, and every day you can just keep monitoring like how much you eat, what you eat and when you eat. The second thing what you can do is that you can add more potassium to your food. So you can eat food which contains more potassium like fruits and vegetables, because this will lower the effect of sodium on your blood pressure. As well as when you go out to the grocery store to buy your products, you need to read the label and go in for those alternative foods which contain less sodium level. And when you go out for dining also, you need to stick to your diet plan. The third point is that you need to reduce the sodium level in your diet. Even a small reduction of sodium in your diet will help you to reduce your blood pressure level. To reduce the sodium level, just read the food labels and opt for low sodium level food. Consume less processed food. Reduce the intake of salt in your diet. You can add herbs and spices to flavor your food. Even a small level teaspoon of salt contains 2300 milligram of sodium. And you need to take it gradually. Reduce the intake of sodium gradually, not suddenly. The next point is that you need to make exercise a part of your life. You need to do exercise consistently. At least 150 minutes per week or 30 minutes per day will help you to reduce your blood pressure level. You need to be very consistent. Suddenly, if you stop doing exercise, you tend to put on weight and there is a risk that your BP will go high. You can do aerobic exercise like jogging, cycling, swimming or dancing, as well as strength training plays a very important role and it will help you to reduce your blood pressure level. So you can just discuss with your doctor for a nice exercise plan for you. The fifth point is that limit your alcohol consumption. You need to consume moderate amount of alcohol. For a lady, 1 drink a day, and for a man, 1 or 2 drinks a day. If you consume more than the moderate amount of alcohol, this will not only increase your blood pressure level, but it will also reduce the effectiveness of BP medication. The sixth point is that quit smoking. Every cigarette you smoke increases your blood pressure level. If you quit smoking, it will not only reduce your blood pressure level, but it will also help you to avoid the risk of heart disease as well as the lung disease, promote your overall health as well as increase your lifespan. The seventh point is that you need to reduce the consumption of caffeine in your diet. The role of caffeine in high blood pressure is not very clear, but there is a chance it might lead to a slight increase in your blood pressure. This you need to consult your doctor. After 30 minutes of consuming a caffeine drink, you can just check your blood pressure so that you will understand whether caffeine is leading to the increase in your blood pressure. The 8th point is that try to reduce your stress level. Chronic stress or severe stress or day-to-day hassles, they contribute to the high blood pressure. So try to identify what are the sources of your stress and try to eliminate them, as well as try to adopt the healthy ways of coping with the stress. Don't have too much of expectations in life. Try to accept life as it comes. Don't try to control everything in your life. Try to be very optimistic, have a positive attitude, as well as practice gratitude and positive affirmations every day. Do some meditations, yoga, or practice mindfulness. This will help you to relieve your stress. The 9th point is that you need to monitor your blood pressure at home, as well as go to your doctor for regular checkup. Blood pressure monitors are available everywhere in the medical shop, and you will get it even without a prescription. The last point is that you need to get support from your friends and family members to lead a healthy lifestyle. But if this is not possible, you can also join the support group where people will give you a lot of emotional and moral support, as well as motivate you to lead a healthy lifestyle. So these are the 10 lifestyle changes which you'll have to make if you want to control your blood pressure level without medication. But in case you're already taking medication for your high blood pressure, then it is advisable for you to follow these lifestyle changes as well as consume the medication. Don't stop the medication without consulting the doctor, because it might lead to problems like stroke or heart disease. If your blood pressure is caused due to factors which can be modified, like unhealthy lifestyle, then once your BP becomes normal, your doctor might ask you to stop with the medication. But if the contributing factor is like maybe hereditary or due to some chronic disease, then your doctor might ask you to continue with the medication even after your blood pressure has become normal. So the best person who can guide you whether you can stop the medication or no is your doctor. Hope this information was useful to you, and in case this information was useful to you, please do give me a thumbs up. Do share my video with your friends. Subscribe to my channel, The Counseling Corner. And the most important thing is that hit the bell icon so that you get timely notifications whenever I post my new video.